Welcome to San Diego, California, America's classiest city. We're here at Snapdragon Stadium to witness one of the best moments of bowl season each and every year, the DirecTV Holiday Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tar Heels offense will be first on the attack. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with the win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. Big moment in recruiting last week. Four-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a four-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Here comes the heat. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see.
Touchdown, Tar Heels! Once he got some room, it was over.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Beavers offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Walker. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Beavers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Beavers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Murphy. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to...
He'll take a shot. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Got the 1st down and more. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Lopez wants to fire. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll go to the ground. And And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Under fire. Got a man, it's Clemens. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Beavers will call on their punt team. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it first and 10 outside the 30. Nice move there. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Using his feet. Makes one man miss. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Flushed out of the pocket. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To the air. It's Baker. Under fire. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes his man miss. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. Now on 2nd down. Give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Still look. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Catch in the middle, it's Walker. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And the Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Just a little off. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the catch. It's Hall. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Hood. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up the short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Tar Heels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Lopez to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hood. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And
many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They're going to run it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it in this game there in San Diego, just another typical Holiday Bowl. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Holiday Bowl.
The Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Card. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
The Beavers can really attack on this second and short. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Fires to the right. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
When you're a quarterback and you throw a comeback route, you really trust your wide receiver, and he's going to do what he's supposed to do. Obviously, all the way out towards the sideline, making it look like he's running way down the field. Nice connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off play action. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Caught over the middle, it's Clemens. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver...
There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Beaver! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Lopez wants to fire. Quickly complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Slithers into space. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Gauze. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what to catch you, big fella.
And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He might want another play. Off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Turning it on. Made a defender miss. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much spending.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Lopez to pass. Here's the pressure. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost a big. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dan, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Beavers will punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it the other way. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. He'll try it again. Got the 1st down, looking for more. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back, get him down for a big loss.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead, now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and trying to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. from the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the dub.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big-time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. And now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
And it'll be down right there. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Out of the gun, the inside give. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Got it in the middle, it's Walker. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Running back searching for a hole. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Looking downfield on first down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Pulls it in, it's Walker. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw, it's Murphy. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Hall. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win.